Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Dungeon Mechanics. We're here for another exciting episode of Dusk of Achordia tonight. Before we get started off, slight announcements, not full announcements, but slight announcements. So, this month, we are pushing towards 50 subs, and when we do, we are going to be giving away a special set of Your Wizard's Dice. See if I did this right. So, I have two sets coming, but the one that we're giving away for the 50 subs is a pale blue flowing liquid core with glitter swirls and copper sparkles or like flakes inside. But yeah, they're liquid core dice. So for those that don't know, liquid core dice are all the rage. Basically, when you roll them, they keep rolling.
Are we eligible to win? Because I want them.
Yes, I will post pictures of them in the Discord so that everyone can see. But they're freaking amazing, and these one give me like mermaid underwater sea vibes sort of thing. But I have two sets. One is that, and then the other is like a purpley set as well. So, yes. So, it's already happening. Sunny Rads is giving luck to the DM. Well, thank you.
Okay, all right.
we started the day with chaos. So boo. We don't want that here. So as Sunny Rats just demonstrated, you can use your mech points to buy luck and inspiration for the players or the DM. A luck is a free reroll, and the inspiration is an added d6 roll that could be used for pretty much everything except attack rolls and I think death saving throws. Hopefully we don't have any of those. But other than that, in our last episode, we did some things. So our heroes made it to the Great Archive, which is kind of like a huge library within the Fellcrest City upper airway districts. There they sort of were tasked, I'll say tasked, with helping out Dash. I did not mean for that to fake rhyme. But they had to go meet with the other guild leaders in order to get approval to release the magic binds that were on Dash in the first place, so that the priestess of the archives could assist with getting him unstuck from where he was when they tried to make their way to the archives in the first place. So Maul went to go do his mission, Vestara went to go do hers, Narissa did hers, Ditch did his reluctantly, sort of, kind of. But everyone made it back except for Vestara, who kind of got sidetracked in the or the underground districts because she ran into some people that she knew. And then she also kind of had a mindscape vision with her patron. But yes, she went to go speak with the Lotus District Guild Master. And that is kind of where we're gonna pick up today. So Vestara, if that's your real name, girl.
I don't even know.
Is it?
Is it?
Spoilers!
We're doing a callback, y'all. Okay, so you're currently tasked with going to the Lotus Guild to speak with Vanya. And after your encounter, you made it back into the area. You talked with the young lady behind the table, and she basically ushered you in to speak with Vanya. As you go back to the back portion of this guild house, you see her sat there, and kind of near her is another elfish looking young man. And they're kind of looking over a series of maps that kind of correlate to the Fellcrest region. But as you enter inside, she stops and kind of looks up. Yes, I'm to assist you with something, my dear?
Hi, yes. Very lovely to be in your presence.
Okay.
Vanya.
Touch.
Huh?
Oh, she muted.
Oh.
Sorry.
Very lovely to be in your presence, Miss Vanya. Actually, I am bringing you today. I have a scroll to give to you. I got this from Miss Dahlia, and she asked me to bring it here. And so, here you go.
You like manifest that symbol on the thing that brought you here in the first place. Oh. She kind of like reads through the arcane script. Oh, so you need my assistance to help with this child, apparently.
Honestly, I wasn't necessarily privy to what was actually going to be in the scroll. But yeah, that sounds about right.
Uh, this is fine. Might I ask for your assistance, actually?
Oh, well, I would love nothing more than to be of an assistance to you. How can I help you?
Well, I'm afraid it might not necessarily be good news. I just was recently given information that pertains to the Circle Druids outside of Fellcrest. I was going to send a sort of guild group to investigate it. However, many of my members have already taken their leave for the day. And perhaps if you and your friends are available, um, you would be able to head in that direction.
So, Vestar is gonna be like, oh, like she's kind of under the like, oh, um, you see, is this something that absolutely needs a group to go? Because I'm willing to go on my own, but I also could see about maybe, recruiting my friends if that's something that you feel is necessary to go with more than just one person.
I personally would request that you bring at least a handful of others. Some of my members, well, let's put it frank, we weren't expecting to encounter whatever it is that was encountered, and because of that, only two members returned in a relative group of about 7.
Hmm. So I take it that the people that go probably should be living.
Yes, preferably.
Okay. Um, what other kind of details can you give me about this here mission? Just so I know what I'm getting myself into, because it sounds like maybe it could be dangerous.
And she kind of like looks up to the man that's kind of stood next to her table. Uh, Guildmaster, if I may. Forgive me, my name is Asen. I am.
Ace and cute.
Asen, what?
Ace and cute.
Yes, I would imagine if you had to go by the scripts. But yeah, he is a wood elf that has kind of those specialized markings, um, short cropped hair for the most part, kind of ginger toned in a way, but mostly brown, like dark brown. Um, and he looks over to you. Yes, me and another guild member just returned back. I was unfortunate enough to witness what it is that we will be encountering, but if you know anyone that's capable, we can kind of go in with that mindset.
Okay, so Vestar is going to be like, oh, well. So that means you'll be going back with me?
Uh, Actually, I think I know someone that might be going back with you better. She kind of knows the place a little bit more than I myself would.
But are you going?
I probably should get back to the Black Market District. Check in.
Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, no problem. I was just checking to see. just curious, Well, yeah, I and then she's gonna turn to address Vanya, kind of, and just say, well, you know what, I would absolutely love to help you, and I can definitely find some friends that can help out too. I have to run a couple errands before I start, or it might be about a day or so. Is that all right?
Should be fine. I mean, soon as that task gets accomplished, I'll be able to assist you with your task.
Oh, okay. Well, wonderful. Thank you. Yes, Asen. And she turns to address Asen. You know, any information that you can give me about, what was going on over there would be quite helpful.
Sure. I mean, if you have a moment, I can go over it with you. Possibly get you in contact with my contact and go from there.
Okay, that sounds wonderful. Thank you.
So,
She's gonna pull out she's gonna. No, she's not. No,
did you
because
leave it?
she was dumb and she left her bag.
Everyone left almost everything back at the Great Archive.
I'm just crossing my fingers and praying that I stay alive now.
So back at the Great Archive, you all start to file in, after magical items are removed. Maul, Narissa, Ditch, you realize that the star is not back yet.
All right, looks like all of us are here.
Do you think she decided to quit?
Well,
Oh, Vistara's not here. I see. I don't know. She had a pretty good life before us. I don't understand why she wouldn't go back to it. I wouldn't hold her against her. Who wants to hang out with us?
do we need her? Don't we need her person who she's talking to get your boy released out of this magic?
Well, yeah, but all she had to do was talk to the person. So hopefully she talks to him and then goes about her way, and then we can get everything solved and get Dash out of this magical fishing net.
But I think she has to bring the thing back.
Is that true? Is the construct around us? The construct that brought us here?
The Warforge?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in the archives.
Simon?
Nearby.
Oi. It's you. I'm talking to you, trash can.
Whoa, myself? Sir, why are we going with, derogatory terms? Trash can?
How fucking dare you say derogatory? I lived in a trash can most of my life.
You lived inside.
You need to
of
watch
me.
your mouth. Not you, our trash can. I called you a trash can because I see you as somebody homely, trustworthy. Now, do we need everybody to come back?
Yes, for those seals before the priestess is able to release the boy. Yes.
All right. Well, first of all, I was okay leaving Vestara if she wouldn't want to be with us, but at this point, to get Dash back, we need her. We should figure out where she is. Narissa, you were her best friend. Where is she?
Narissa closes her eyes and puts her hands out and goes, I don't know. It's very hard to feel her right now. Maybe she's gone to the other plane. I don't know where she is.
It's a joke. It's a joke along there.
It's a joke.
I loved it. Usually
you.
I don't like jokes because I don't get them, but that one I liked.
Thank you. We'll teach you sarcasm yet.
Who's sarcasm?
Our friend. You haven't met sarcasm?
No, I've seen a chasm. Right. Simon.
Yes, Master Ditch.
It's don't ever do that again. But is there any way we can get in touch with Vestara?
I possibly. I mean,
Right. Wait. I've solved my own riddle. I'm gonna use my ring. Hey. Hi, Vestara.
So Vestara, as you're talking to Simon and he's leading you out of that back area of where the guildmaster was, you feel the ring that you have on your person start to pulse violently.
Question. I don't remember if I took it out of my bra, because I wrapped it in something and put it in my bra.
Yeah.
But I remembered saying that I took all my magical items and put them into that.
Oh, and then Simon
magic.
kind of eased your mind and said it wasn't magical. It's artificer based, so it's like.
Okay, cool. Okay, then I do have it on me. It's in my bra.
So your
I thought all
bra
of us
starts
still had our
pulsing while you're talking to Ace.
Well, my
Are you all right?
apologies, Ace. You know what? I just got a little tickle in my chest. It doesn't normally happen in front of people, but tonight was apparently the night that was gonna happen. But just give me 1 second. And so she's gonna kind of turn around and just.
I feel so bad because you're like it's like basically you're in I can show you the world mode right now. You're all like flustered with this person, and now you have to listen to me.
But you don't know that.
I actually feel bad.
I think it might be trying to communicate. Just 1 moment, please. And so she's gonna turn and she's gonna put it on her finger.
Tara!
Well, hello, Ditch.
There you are. I've been shouting your name for like 25 minutes.
Well,
It's been like 25 seconds.
don't worry, you didn't interrupt anything.
Right, good. Hey, we are all back here. We've already finished all of our goods and favors. I've got Mole, I've got Nerissa, we're all done. We just need you to come back and go ahead and free dash, and then everything's good. And then if you wanted to leave us and do your own thing, that's fine. But we do need you back for this one thing.
Oh, okay. Well,
I want the main takeaway from that to be that I don't need you.
Well, honey, unfortunately, I need you. So, or not unfortunately, it just kind of worked out that way where I'll be coming back soon, but I'm gonna need y'all to come with me back here. Just we got to do a thing for a friend of a friend, and it's all related, and I'll give you the details when I get back. But I'll see you shortly, okay?
Right.
Hello? This thing on?
Sorry, I stopped listening when you said you need me, but I think I caught you say that you might come back, so yeah, we'll be here.
All right, then I'll see you soon, honey. Don't wait up.
All right, that's fine.
She's taking the ring off.
Ditch wipes his face and turns around and goes, yeah, she's coming back.
The star is gonna look at Acer and Vanya and just go, well, as you can see, I've got some things to tend to, but are there any other details you can give me about some sort of things that I could do to prepare for this, or I could tell my crew to prepare for?
I probably the contact in case either myself or Miss Vanya's not here, you can get in contact with Gilgadine, and she'll be able to.
Dean.
Uh,
Fire red hair.
Yes.
Gotcha. Well, okay. How do I get in touch with Gilgadine?
She generally hangs around the local spots. If she's not, actually, she did say she was going to head towards, the pub here.
You know what? I actually kind of think I do remember that. Would you mind escorting me over there really quickly?
Certainly. Yes. Let's do that.
Thank you.
Make a perception check, Vestar.
Oh, that was not.
Oh no! All the dice
That
flew.
was- I didn't even- Apparently not. Okay. And so
I was on mute, but I just want to say I love the claw machine cage roll you do.
The claw.
plus 2 is 12.
Nice. So as Asen's getting ready and he starts to grab up some of his maps that were his and his other belongings, you notice out the corner of your eye a ring on his wedding finger.
Okay.
But I mean, I don't know if he's picking up what you're putting down, but
Okay.
But he gets his stuff together and he's like, just this way, and kind of like ushers you out of the guild.
Okay, as soon as Vestara notices the ring, she completely cools down. Like, just oh, okay. Yeah. Vestara might be a lot of things, but a home wrecker. So, she's like sees this and immediately is just like all business.
So as you are being led that direction, back at the Great Archives, the priestess walks up to Maul. It would appear you made it back first. Sir?
Yes.
Did you know you made it back first?
I did, actually. That was my intent.
Oh, I see. I have a special prize for you in particular.
Well, what is it?
Well, come with me, and
All right.
well, actually, all of your friends can come.
Well, they're coming. They're coming too? Sure.
So I don't know. Is Ditch still preoccupied with standing there?
No, he's right next to everybody.
Okay.
He's acting super cool, like nothing really made him cry or anything, so he's not worried about it.
So between the priestess Simon and then y'all are gathered up and head further into the archive, and instead of going like straight on towards the priestess's office, she kind of leads you off, and you see the hallway kind of open up, and y'all are at a top like balcony with a stairwell that cascades down and another one that goes upward, but you see rows and rows and rows and rows of books, just all stacked up, all lined up against the walls, all down different columns. There's just books and scrolls as far as you can see.
Anybody like to read?
Let's read.
Well, it's words and put together on paper for people to look at.
Like pictures.
Well, words.
Are we allowed to touch the books? Or is this more no?
Yes, you all can read whatever it is that you like. The archives are arcane by nature, so they remain here within this facility. Is there
Wait,
anything
so
in
we're-
particular you would like to know?
We're able to touch the books then.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Narissa would like to go and start looking.
Narissa wants to look at the books about baking.
Mm,
Yep.
I was waiting for it.
Turn that off real early, Brent.
I'm actually surprised it took this long.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
behind
same.
schedule actually on
Yes.
bread takes.
I would have been really worried if we made it to 7 p.m. without any bread.
She
I'm
wants
trying to move on from it.
Why? It's such good material. It makes me so angry every time.
You don't want to burn out the good stuff. You don't want to burn out the good
You
stuff.
don't want to burn the bread. No, never.
Narissa wants to look for books. These are are they like archives? Are they like textbooks? She wants to look for information about the family, but also Dash possibly has a sister, and she's very curious about what that meant, unless I misunderstood something that you said.
Okay.
Like, is there another Dash out there?
uh,
But also
Athena.
the family. How do we kill them?
Athena is Dash's sister.
how do we kill them?
Do you say that out loud? Like looking up books on the family and how do we kill them?
Yeah, I
or
was like,
something?
how are you conveying this to the
Oh,
priestess?
so sorry. I was asked verbally. Welcome to the inside of my head. I was just hoping that we could take a peek at some books if you have anything on the family for research purposes,
And
or
she,
about the boy.
and she goes, but first, luck for Gil. So that's a free reroll if you don't like the roll that you got.
Lovely.
They expire at the end of this session, so be sure to use them. And then inspiration
Use it now.
again to Vestara.
So good.
So she looks at you. Are you certain that's a tasking that you would like to undertake?
Well, the way that you're asking it now, I'm second guessing myself.
No, don't second guess yourself. This is the smartest thing you've ever said. How do we kill the family?
I just want to know if they have any vulnerabilities. If we've got one coming after us, is there things that we could be learning that would either prevent it or stop them or keep us alive longer? Because Athena murdered, yanked half a building in one blow, and it's not looking hopeful.
Yes, she is known for having a very short temperament. Simon, you can direct Miss Narissa here to that part of the archives so that she can have any information in regards. Most certainly. Right this way, Miss Narissa.
Simon, those books got pictures in them.
Some of them do.
All right, I'll come with you.
Okay. I think you're my best friend, bitch. I don't think that it's Vestara.
Oh, if you ever say that again, I will stab you.
Deal.
So as they're being led away, is there anything in particular that you would like to look up?
Pod people.
Pods, you got pod people in here?
Y'all are not there!
Made
got
it into
any-
the wire, so 6:58.
How do I figure out if I'm a pod person or not?
A BuzzFeed quiz. Are you a pod person?
I met someone just a few minutes ago, actually, who had eyes similar to mine, and I'd never seen them on someone else, like another human or whatever I am before. So I'm curious: is that common?
And
And
she's gonna take out 2 gold coins and put them on his eyes and squinch and be like, "But I look like you."
Common in the aspect of your eyes specifically?
well, I've also recently discovered that my blood is a bit acidic.
Hmm.
Like much more acidic than normal. Well, I don't think that regular human blood is acidic at all, so I guess I'm just curious about that.
I did come about a bit of research not too long ago. Well, let me be a little bit more frank. As priestess of the archives, it is my direct job to know fully all of the information contained within these walls. That being said, I generally brief myself each month to be familiar with all of the text and information. And what you said does ring a bell. I think it's this way. And then she kind of starts heading up the stairwell and leads you further into the archives.
Yeah, and sometimes if I ingest the blood of some creature or something else, I can take
Adapt their
on some of its
properties.
traits. Yeah, some of the traits of that animal or creature or someone, I guess.
All right. And she passes like column after column after column of books, and you're like realizing the magnitude of just how many different scripts and other context is behind this place. And it kind of like is daunting a bit to know that there's a single person that has it on tap, essentially. But she leads you down a long shelving of books and reaches up and takes a kind of a older tome, if you had to guess, and like hands it off to you. Perhaps there's something in here for you.
Okay. Thank you. I will are there tables nearby where I can sit and
Yes, just around the side here.
thank you. So I'm going to take it over to the table and I'll sit down and I'll start at page 1. Start looking through it.
Okay. Narissa, it doesn't take long for Simon to lead you and Ditch over to where the information is that you need. And he's like, please, you two have a seat. I will collect the books for you all to read. Master Ditch, you said you want picture books specifically.
Well, I can look over Narissa's shoulders while she does all this reading, and then I can look at the pictures to see if any of them stick out and do, do my due diligence.
Excellent. And then make a perception check, you two.
Oh, dude, easy peasy. Dice cam.
19 plus 2, 21.
13 plus 5, 18.
Nice. So you both picked this up. As he's like, I'll fetch the books. You both see, like, for a fraction of a second, like, in his right eye underneath, like, a series of dots that kind of, like, shuffle in. Almost like when you're giving your sim a bunch of different tasks to do, and it's just, like, piling up. But the moment you see that, he rushes off, and in almost like a flash, he moves from one bookshelf to another, and as he's passing by the table, all of these different books are being, like, stacked on top of each other, and the table's like and you watch as, like, 10, 20, 30 books start to pile up. There, yes. This should do. All of the information that you should need about the family, readily available.
This is more than I expected.
Right.
Okay,
Narissa wants, like, just one tome.
Due diligence, Ditch. Which book should we start with?
Right. I'm gonna start with this one.
And I'm just gonna grab the most colorful, exciting, probably gold-leafed book, like whatever gold embossment and gold like pages, whatever looks the shiniest.
Okay. So Ditch brings over this, like, very elegant script book. The text of it, however, looks to be in Elvish.
Oh yeah, I know how to speak English.
Nope. My language is real useless in this campaign.
Simon, like, looks over. Is there a problem?
Do you know how to read this?
Yes.
Great. Can you read it to us?
Perhaps, but there might be a faster way. At the table there, you see those buttons. Dependent on the script that you need, just set it down, and then tap the button that you would like it to be translated into.
And she...
It's like a
that.
keyboard of languages.
she'll tap common.
Okay.
I'm putting it in goblin for you, Ditch.
Nice. So
I've got a confession. I know how to speak the overarching goblin language, but a lot of the nuanced words kind of go past me. I'll probably, if you don't mind, I'll nudge you every once in a while. There's a big word.
Okay, that's fine. I think, yeah. Is it going to read to us, or does it just, like, translate and overlay?
It kind of translates and overlays. So as you open the pages, above them is kind of like a finer script of whatever, in this particular case, common, just hovers over the letterings.
And in this moment, you find out Narissa is illiterate.
This whole time.
This whole time. She asked for books as a ruse.
That's why she makes bread, because there's no instructions.
Yep.
When it starts going, I'll be excited. I'm like,
Oh, this one's reading it to me in Morgan Freeman's voice.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Narissa will scan, because there's so many books. She really just wants, like, she'd like to know how the family started, to, like, know origins, but then also skip ahead to, like, is there, like, a way to, like, ward off the family if you're outside of this area? And then
I'm literally only I'm going like 3 times speed. I'm only stopping anytime it says anything about kill, hurt, stab is a big one, murder, weakness, stuff like that.
Okay. So as y'all are doing that and kind of investing in the archives, Asen leads you, Vestara, to the little local pub in the underground district. And there you see, like, a few people, but you do kind of notice as you enter in, Gil and Nanari kind of sat at a table in the back. And And then, Gil, if you're just like looking, the idea of someone entering into the space of that area, you can see Vestara and Asen enter into the area as well.
Am I surprised by seeing Asen?
I mean, not surprised. It's not uncommon for him to hang out in the underground district, but it does seem convenient that he's also with Vestara after y'all just talked to Vestara not too long ago. And the last time you left, Asen was in the guild house.
Well, I guess our paths were destined to cross again. Hi.
Hello. What can I do for you both?
She's gonna look at Vestara's gonna look at Asen, like, do your thing, explain. Explica, por favor.
The guildmaster would like to request our assistance with going back.
I see. Who all is she sending back?
Well, I guess it depends on Miss Vestara here. She supposedly has friends that can come along. We are to investigate, but preferably not interact if possible, and report back with any information that we gathered.
Well,
Okay.
you seem mighty concerned. I'm slightly, the level of concern that I'm having for this mission is increasing the more that I hear about it. So any information that you can give me would be much helpful, because that could definitely change who I ask to come along for this mission.
And Inari kind of speaks up. Is this going to be all guild talk, or should I just go get a drink at the bar?
Might be good to get a drink.
Do you all want something?
Oh, honey, please, yes. What are you having?
Just a nice scotch on the rocks.
Oh, well, I'd like
You give me one of those.
Yeah.
All around.
A whole round of scotch.
We're gonna need it.
And you watch as Nanari gets up and heads over to the bar to talk to the bartender.
How much? I'm going to talk to Asen. How much does she know, and what can we tell her?
From the sound of it, the more the better. I haven't really discussed much. It's kind of frowned upon talk about ghouls and things in the space of the underground streets without... Oh, sorry. You might be encountering creatures that are not commonplace here.
When you say here, do you mean like here in this pub?
No, in the city.
Oh, okay.
Got her here.
You'll find that a lot of Felcrest is protected, either through contracts from the guilds that are given to kind of go out and prevent, monsters or creatures from entering inside the city gates, or much outside of those realms, leaving the grounds that we kind of reside on.
Okay.
So Vestara. Yeah?
Yeah.
Is that what you go by? Okay.
Yeah, please.
We were supposed to be negotiating a trade deal with these druids out in the forest. I don't remember the name of, whatever it's called. But something was very wrong with them. I, for one, want to figure out what it was. But you need to know before you go there that it's... something is amiss.
Okay.
And if you're really in, now would be the time to back out.
Oh, well. Well, I have already committed my services, and something was amiss. Are these druids living?
Maybe?
Possibly. I mean, they were not in their right minds, if they were.
Okay. Okay. Well,
I don't know if anything is left of what they once were, but they are fast and they are dangerous.
oh my goodness. Oh no.
Not fair?
Well, you know what? I've got some ideas. So I'm taking that they're violent.
Yes.
Okay, well, thank you for that. I actually know someone who really likes to stab people, so that might be helpful. Gil, you're gonna be coming back with us.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, okay. Well, look at you. So courageous. You've already been out
Right.
there. You're ready to come
Take
back.
it down a couple notches.
Oh, I forgot. She's gonna look at Asen and just be like, this one, she's not very friendly, but it's okay. Sometimes that's what you need in a situation, in a partner. You know, it's for situations with dangerous beings, dangerous, scary druids that just aren't quite right in the head. I can
Where's
handle
the scotch?
The Nari comes back and she has like a tray of 4 different drinks, and they're like smoky kind of. It's almost like if you put dry ice in a scotch, but it's not dry ice. It's just smoky kind of texture.
Great. I grab one and slam it because it's going to be a long day.
Oh
It's already
gosh!
been a long day.
The aesthetic.
And then Vestara is just gonna watch her. She's gonna reach over and grab her scotch, and she's just gonna, like, as she's taking a very small sip, she's just gonna look down over her nose at Gil, just noticing.
You'll find that Gil's very dependable once you get to know her.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a long day.
So how
Wait,
soon
Nanari.
do you?
So, Nanari, will you be joining us?
Oh, no. No. I'm going to stay within the walls of the city if I had to choose.
Very well. Totally understandable.
So is it just you? How many others can we expect? Because
We need
the 2
more.
of us, yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go get back together with my crew, of which there are 3, possibly 4, and I'm going to. Well, I can meet. Will you be staying here at this tavern?
Oh no. I will be headed back to my tavern. Do you know of the Starlight's Dawn in the Black Market District?
Starlight's Dawn. Okay. Well, I'll find my
Wait,
way.
why does that sound familiar?
I think it got mentioned last week. Oh, no?
It did get mentioned last week,
Because
but it's
that's
also the tavern
that's
that
the
you
tavern
killed
that-
everybody in.
Yeah,
Oh, we own it. We own that one.
that's the tavern that you supposedly own.
I own it. And
And the
Me
actual
and Asher.
owner is back.
Except for the real owners are coming back.
I don't know about that.
Okay. Well, how about this? Gil, are you okay with meeting at that tavern? Probably, likely tomorrow, and if not, I can get a message to the tavern if it needs to be extended, but I'm gonna just leave from here to go meet up with my crew and see what I can do. about getting everybody on board.
Why don't I just go with you and pull out and see if
Oh,
they
well,
want to go?
I guess I'm just surprised that you want to go with me.
I mean, I want to get this moving.
Understood. Well,
I have nothing against you. Just boundaries. We just met. You're a little friendly, a little fast.
Well, there's no reason to start off on the wrong foot here. I understand we are just, different personalities. No hard feelings from me to you, and now I understand no hard feelings from you to me. Okay, good. Then we can handle this. Yes, you can. I'm not actually sure if you can actually get into where I'm going, though. That's the only problem. I've got a little bit of a magical way of transporting myself back there. I'm willing to see if you can come with me, though.
Okay. If not, we'll meet at the thing thing that I just found out the name of. That sounds like you guys really want to go back there.
The Starlight's Dawn.
Yep. I wrote it down, but I have really bad handwriting. It takes me a sec.
Okay, well, all right then. I guess then.
Oh, just one sec, Nanari. I think I have that flower for her that I probably should
yes.
hand off to her before I go somewhere.
Okay.
Gotta hand something to Nanari real quick.
You found it. Thank you. This is actually good. I'll be able to. And she looks at Vestar. Work on that. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
It's just been so long, and I'm glad that we ran into each other. Unfortunately, it's not going to be a lot of time that we can spend together right today, but I do hope that we get to spend a little bit more time together soon.
Do you really want that, or are you just saying that to be, polite?
No, I really want that. Actually, one of the things that I've regretted in the past is that, we weren't closer growing up. And I know that we both had our own things going on and,
We were dragged along everywhere. It's like our mothers were connected at the hip and in conjunction just brought us along with.
I know, but I always felt like I didn't do a very good job of really trying to connect with the things that you're interested in, and I just kind of, I don't know, I feel like we were together but apart, and I feel a little bad about that. But there's always this connection that you and I have had, and I mean, obviously our connection is deeper than I was even aware of, with the, so I do really want to spend some time with you together, actually intentionally spending time together, not just, dragging along by our mothers.
All right.
Oh.
When you get back, we'll keep in touch.
Okay, thank you. And like Vestara feels really good about that. She's gonna there's something that kind of shifts in her where she feels more grounded and genuine and real, and hopefully that's something that Nanari picks up on.
Yeah, I think it can be easily kind of conveyed, especially between the two of you, that nomadic feeling of never really having a place to settle growing up and always being going here, going there. Just knowing someone that can, without going into mass detail, understand it is a comfort that's rare that you found.
Okay, cool. Thank you. And immediately Vestar is going to take her scotch and set her drink down and say, well,
like you a little better after that.
Let's get this show on the road.
All right. Can't believe the two of you are related.
Really?
We look exactly alike. They look nothing alike, Chad.
More about personalities, but that's it.
So
Like Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Twins.
So Vestar is gonna look over and say, "Okay, Gil. Well, let's try. Let's see if you can go with me. Would you mind holding my hand or just like touching me in some? Okay, thank you.
Sure.
And so they hold hands.
Boundaries.
She did ask. She did ask.
Sir. Okay, so then she's gonna Vestar is gonna put her hand in Gil's hand and then just be like, "Okay, Asen, we'll see you soon." She's gonna lick her finger and stick it in her armpit.
I'm just what the
And then
As that's happening, Narissa and Ditch, as y'all are going through the archives, you watch as Simon's eyes brightly start to glow red. Oh, it seemed we have a slight issue with Miss Vestara returning. She's trying to bring along a passenger. One moment. And he kind of like ushers off to go find the priestess.
I wonder why he felt the need to tell us that.
No idea. Perhaps he thinks that we should be worried.
Stara's gonna take her finger out and like dry it off and then stick it back in. I swear, this was supposed to work.
You feel a tingle, Vestara, as it's almost
I
like
feel like you just wanted to hold my hand.
the particles in your body are starting to separate, and as you're holding on to Gil, that feeling kind of etch-a-sketches its way over to you as well, and it's kind of like when you fall asleep on your hand and it has that staticky feel. It's kind of like that, except it's like tingling all over, and then once you're like, okay, how much more of this do I have to do? You both vanish. And reappear outside in that kind of collective space right before you would enter through, like where all your magical stuff got stored.
With the
Vestar.
cubbies and the frozen boy.
Yeah. There's a frozen boy as well.
So Gil, I'm sure it's normal.
And then Simon comes out. Ah, Miss Vestara, you decided to bring someone back with you?
Oh, yes, actually, when I went to Vanya for the mission, she requested that I take on another mission, and through for this mission, she would like Gil to. By the way, this is Gil Gadeen.
Gadeen, Gil, Gilly, all's fine.
And Miss Vanya wanted me to bring Gil along, and so I figured it might just be good for her to come back here and meet the crew, and then, you know, we've got to ask for some permission from the crew to participate too, so that's why. And she smiles, like a really big, charming smile.
Oh, well, any friend of yours, Miss Vestara, is a friend of mine. Hello, my name is Simon, issue number S1M0N. Would you like to enter the Great Archives, my dear?
And I just would like to say that Gil and I have just met, and out of respect for her, and I would just say that, you know, we're acquaintances at this point. Maybe we could grow to be friends, but yes, she seems like her R is in the right place.
Oh, well, this might sound slightly odd, but, I know that we have just met, but I would like you to deposit all of your magical items into one of these cubbies over here. Otherwise, if you were to pass by where I just came out of, they would become devoid of arcane magic.
Okay, that's gonna take a moment because that's like what I'm wearing.
Oh, I will not look. Miss Vestara, when she is ready, you can bring her inside.
Armor. I gotta take the armor off.
I will go back where I came. And he just like toodles off.
There's clothes too, but armor. The armor over things. I gotta get the. Takes a minute. I'll stick it in the cubby.
Okay.
Will it fit in the cubby?
Yeah. You find like it's kind of
The
like
big cubby.
endless pocket, and it kind of vanishes after you let it go. And you kind of like look over to Vestara when you're all done.
All right then.
All right, so then we can go ahead and pass on through this. Don't worry, it'll be fine. And then she just walks through.
And as y'all walk through, you do pass, Gil, you do pass a boy that's frozen in the passageway, just not moving.
Is this some modern art or something?
I mean, you could call it that, I guess. He's got something magical in his blood.
That's a real person.
Oh yeah.
Okay then.
And as you round the corner, you see a Simon just like eyes covered. I am not looking, ma'am. Whenever it is free, I can escort you inside the archives.
You're fine.
Fine for an escort?
Yes.
I know
Armor was overclothed.
I know where Cherie's brain went. But yes, Simon leads y'all into the Great Archives. Miss Vestara, Miss Narissa is down there with not Master Ditch, and then Master Maul is up top there. Where would you like to convene?
Oh, is it possible that you could have everybody come convene with us right down next to Miss Narissa?
Certainly. I will go collect Master Maul. And he kind of
Thank you,
goes.
darling. So then Vestar is going to walk down to Narissa.
Really quick scene that you come upon after coming down is probably Narissa reading. I'm not going to tell you what she's doing, but I've constructed a castle for myself out of books on one of the things. 4 towers, walls, and I sit at the top of one of the towers. I've made a drawbridge with some of the books and some of my hemp rope. And I'm wearing one of the books.
Books were there.
Oh, there's a lot. It's a library.
A lot of books.
Tons of books.
You took them off shelves.
These don't even have to do with the family, but it's.
And as he's building, every time he goes to reach for a book that Narissa's trying to read, she just swats at his hand, but keeps going. Just.
You don't understand? It's the perfect book. It can be part of the palisades for the outside of the castle.
I do
I'm
understand.
gonna have to read it.
I need to read this. If you don't want to end up dead, what do you prefer, castle or dead? Or castle and dead, or no drawbridge? Anyway.
All right. We'll choose cast dead for. Wait, I'm not sure which one I should choose here.
I've confused myself. Just let me read.
Oh, Vestara, you're back. What's the magic word to get inside the castle?
Stabbing.
It's stab. You know, it's great. Yes.
Yeah, see, this is, and Vestar is going to turn to Gil and say, this is the gentleman I was telling you about. He's quite good at stabbing things, which may actually come in handy. Is Maul also back by us?
Okay, Maul, around this time you see Simon walk up to your table. Master Maul, I was asked to fetch you immediately to speak with Lady Vestara, Lady Narissa, and not Master Ditch.
It's just Ditch. But, Maul, did you find out anything from your books?
Well, I'm still reading. Tell him I'll be down in a minute.
Okay, apparently I have been upgraded to Alfetchery. I will be back. And he like leaves off and heads
Quite
back.
sarcastic for a construct.
He's had nothing but 100 years to learn about sarcasm.
Shortly after that, I'll come on down.
You're the next contestant. But yes, Maul, you walk in on a fort created by a ditch. Narissa reading and kind of like attention going over to Vestara, and then also the new person being Gil, who has arrived.
I'll adorn Maul with a book helmet that he can wear.
Thanks, Ditch.
Who's gonna have to reshelve all of these?
It's the metal man.
Do you know the Metal Man? He lives on
Simon?
Jury Lane.
Just turn to Simon and then go, I'm sorry.
This is some
The fourth.
some creation you got here, Ditch. It's a little short for me to fit, though.
Well, it's all I could do in the time that we have allotted. Vestara, what's that?
Oh,
We'll
well.
point towards Gil.
So this is Gil. Actually, when I went to the Lotus Guild to speak with Vanya, she requested my services and actually extended that request to y'all, and then introduced me, or had me introduced to Gil here, who is quite experienced in the adventure she would like us to take on. So essentially, when I told you I needed your help, yes, it's something that actually Gil and I need your help to go handle a mission and then get back to our grand mission.
So you need Ditch to stab somebody.
Well, I'm thinking that's highly probable. I don't actually know exactly what we're going to encounter, but we were asked, well, I was asked, and of course you as well, to go and check out this area with some druid folk who are quite fast, not quite right, and report back to Vanya on the subject.
I'm confused. We all did a teleportation, and then we talked to somebody. In some cases, like me, I did such a good talking that they gave me knives. Mole did it so fast that he was back here within a lickety-split. And Narissa did an okay job, I'm sure. We just needed you to talk to somebody and then make the boy not stuck.
Yeah, well, I guess that this is just how my cookie crumbled.
Right. Well, I've never argued with stabbing, but I do need to know if there's anything in it for me other than getting my boy unstuck. Gil, you got any gold that's part of this druid stabbing mission?
I personally will not be giving you any gold. You could talk to Vanya about that afterwards.
So why are we to take on this mission? Is she withholding her grant of unsealing Dash's powers until we do this mission for her?
Yeah, well, she did not make any comments about the status of the scroll.
So you didn't get that from her?
No, I did not.
But that was your only mission, though.
Well, but she counter-missioned me.
Well, you should have said after you give us the seal.
Are you telling me what I should have done in the situation that I was in?
I
You
mean,
goblin splaining? Are you fucking goblin splaining?
I mean, I suppose I am. I suppose I am, because I don't mean any offense by it, but that was your only mission. And now we have another mission. I
You know
feel
what? I
like
was not privy to what was written on that scroll. So I'm not even sure that we have the same mission here. Did you read the scroll that I was given?
Listen, I don't know any of you very well, but if and I don't know what the scroll is, but hi. But if
Excuse me.
Vanya,
Boundaries, all right? This is between us right now. You need to have boundaries. This lady comes in here.
feel like I'm
So-
involved.
Okay, how about this?
Okay.
Okay, listen. We need to work together. If Vanya, if Miss Dahlia gives me a scroll and Miss Vanya gives me a mission, I'm
I thought Gil gave you the mission. Who's Gil in all of this? Sorry, Gil. Who are you in all of this? I'll address you as Manners. Sorry.
I work for Vanya. I don't know. Cherie or Vistara
like
and one of my fellow guild members approached me saying Vanya was sending me on this mission. And I report to Vanya. So, but I will tell you, if Vanya's withholding something for you going on this mission, she's not going to give it to you until you go on the mission.
so. Because you couldn't accomplish your mission for Vanya, we're roped into this now.
All right,
Okay,
one, you don't know I didn't
here.
accomplish
Hold
anything.
on a second.
Well, you
Miss
just said that we
Grandma,
could.
Listen, you are taking this down a road that
That
I
isn't
do
what
not
I
want to
said.
go on. Okay, either you're
I
willing to
agree.
help or you're not.
Excuse me, there
I'm not
is
loving a fan,
a
but you talk very rudely to her.
there is a tone of voice that must be kept in the great archives. I do not want the priestess to get upset.
I'm so sorry.
All I'm saying is, there's no offense. All I'm saying is that we were supposed to go get those scrolls and the seals thing so that we could free up Dash.
All
And
right,
that
I
was
think
a-
what she, but what she's saying is she went to do this, and yeah, the people we spoke to were great. They were really nice. They gave us knives, and they let me try to stab them, and sure, they were okay giving us a thing. She's saying that her lady, the one that Gil works for, is a bit of a pickle. So, Gil, do you think if we go do this thing, that the lady that you work for would be happy to oblige Vestara in signing this glyph to let my boy go? Or do you think that she'll hold it over our head and make us do more things?
DM, is Vanya usually true to her word?
Yes. She
Okay.
is far more businesslike in the manners of guild representation. So if she says that you do this in order to get this, she'll keep her into the bargain if it's accomplished.
She tends to be true to her word.
And that's the representation.
She's not going to
she
burn a
made.
bridge she doesn't have to.
And that's the
Right.
representation she made, though. She would provide that upon completion of this mission. Is that what she
I wasn't-
said?
What?
Ask
What?
Vestara.
I'm sorry. What other choice do we have?
I'm not saying we don't have a choice. I'm just want to make sure that that was what she said she would do. If she keeps to her word, I want to make sure that was her word.
Well,
It's-
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
I understand what you're saying, and the answer is I don't know.
well, so we need to speak to her then before we take on this mission.
I was not in that meeting, but Vistara has already expressed to you multiple times that she said she'd do this for. She'd give you whatever that thing you want was if you did this mission. If that is in fact what she said, she'll hold true to it.
Mo,
It's up to you whether you want to believe it or not.
Mo,
Vistara said that like 3 times.
Here's the situation, Mo. Currently, a god asked to protect a god asked us to protect the boy. The boy's stuck, right? By us, I mean you being the bread maker. Vestara is being very kind by helping us in this situation.
I understand
She could-
that.
She could at any point go away, which would take the ghost boy that lets the rich people be indebted to us and give us cool rides on the flying ships. It would take away all of this sanctum with all the cool books in my very expensive fort that I built. It would take away everything. So I think it would be better in our position to say, sure, we can go stab druids at this time. If it gets worse later, then maybe we have a conversation at the level of animosity we are currently having the conversation.
Well, I'm not trying to cause animosity. All I'm trying to say is I want to make sure that the terms are understood. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
I hear you. I understand. I think that my problem is really just I'm feeling a little upset, a little sensitive here because there has not been one thing that I have stopped to grill you on in this whole entire time that I have been helping you out or trying to help you out. I've never once I don't know, it just doesn't feel like we're we're equal here in who's willing to put in the effort to help out the whole.
Hey,
I'm gonna walk over to her on my palisade walls of the fort. I'm gonna put my hand on her shoulder.
hey. We're all equal here.
Thank you.
Well, and I want to say I apologize because I was not questioning your intent or doubting your dedication or anything like that, because you don't owe us anything. I never meant to say that you did. All I'm saying is that I wanted to make sure that I understood what the lady you were sent to talk to. I just wanted to understand the terms, and I didn't mean to cause any animosity or disagreement or conflict in our group or in meeting this new lady that came back with you. And I apologize for that. I'm just worried about our friend who we were charged with caring for, and I thought that we were going to get to free him, imminently, and it looks like it might be. I don't know how long this mission could take, maybe days, weeks. So I just worry about leaving him here. I understand that this is a safe place, but he's not fully inside the safe place. He's kind of stuck halfway out.
I have a good idea. You just made a very good point, and I think actually we could probably, if we all agree to go on this mission, we could probably use it as a bargaining chip to get her to agree to this so that we could take him with us so that we could have an extra person to help us with this mission. You think
Yeah,
maybe-
Right.
and that's kind of what I was thinking, not necessarily, using it in that manner of a bargaining chip, but maybe just saying, hey, if you'll free him, we'll do whatever you need us to do.
Okay, yeah.
But-
I'd
What, Gil?
I'd just rather my boy not go out into danger. I think we should say that, but maybe he stay in the confines of somewhere safe.
Okay, well, he's safe right here. Maybe not in the most optimal sort of, functionality, but. And
Yeah, sorry.
Gil, I was just gonna say, you made a face, and I was curious if maybe that might come off wrong to Vanya.
She's a fairly astute and crude businesswoman. She's not likely to give you your prize before you give her her payment.
That was definitely my understanding of the situation.
That's what I do too. Actually, that's what I do too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
That
well,
makes sense. That makes sense. And so, I
Really
guess
quick,
we just need to let the archivist. What's her name? I'm sorry.
Ms. Dahlia.
Ms. Dahlia. Yes, I guess we just need to let her know that we've got to undertake some sort of mission before we can free up Dash.
Can I roll a sleight of hand really quick?
Sure.
I just want to see if I can sneakily put a book on Vestara's head without her knowing, so I can knight her.
I just remembered there's a book on my head.
I would hope there's one on
time,
Narissa's head too.
We need
I
fan
feel like
art.
I feel like I probably tried to put a book in Narissa's head so much that she knew every single time, and she just leaves it there, or hopefully, or maybe kicks it off. But I'm just gonna slide a hand and just see if I can 17, maybe just sneak a book on Vestara's head to knight her.
Vestara, what's your passive perception?
12.
So you feel this like book or series of books being placed on top of your head after
It's like this.
There. Did you see something? Is there something on my head?
I'm gonna whisper to Gil, play your cards right, and I've got one for you too.
Does Narissa have a book on her head this whole time?
Yeah, she also hasn't talked this entire time because she's been so hardcore studying that she's kind of tuned everyone out.
As you're doing that, Narissa, your eyes glow and that familiar feeling hits into you and it pushes you back in your chair. And as you all watch Narissa kind of like falling backwards, she gets a vision. And that's where we're going to take a break real quick.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun dun
Right.
dun.
We'll be back in like...
And while we're breaking, I'm putting some of those books away because I feel bad that Simon has to reshelve all of them.
He got him out so fast. I assume he could put him back really
Okay.
fast.
It's probably like an arcane spell or something. Okay, we'll be back here shortly. Go take a snack break, restroom break, whatever it is, and we'll see you here in a few. Jess and Keith Pinley of Underground Oracle Publishing has paired with Monty Cook Games to come out with their latest setting, Quick Start, in a collection using the Cypher System's 2e version called Cypher Shorts. You are thrown into these quick one-shot settings to get the dice rolling on an amazing adventure. Volume 1 consists of Ballroom Blitz, A Nightmare in Orange, Quatern Club, as well as guidelines for character creation, performing physical actions, and more. Be sure to check the link in the bio to get your copy of the Cypher System 2e edition. And don't forget to swing on by Underground Oracle's Patreon to snag a copy of this month's Cypher Shorts for only $5. Do your players ever show any obsessions?
I'm gonna look at Nanari and be like,
What the fuck was that? I try to stab a man, and he turns into a giant bloated blood dick. What? Why? He cheated. He's supposed to die. That's how it's supposed to go every single time. Stab dead, stab dead. I've done it 1,000 times. Oh, yeah, we stabbed a guy. Because he was lying about us. And she made us adopt the kid. But the kid already had adopted parents. So we went to the adopted parents and stabbed him. Wait, no, because he's a bad guy. Because he's a fucking bad guy.
And then out of nowhere, there's character growth.
Do a lot of talking about killing people and stabbing people, and I'm a little sensitive to that. So if ever I just decide to walk away from a conversation, that might be why, and that's okay.
Right. That's fair.
Figure out what language this is.
6.
Nice. Don't know, but you were able to read that. So in that moment, you come back to yourself, and your shock causes you to take a step back where there's no step, and I need you to make a deck save as you're about to fall off the side of this cliff. She grabs onto the first thing that is available, which just happens to be... I don't know why I rolled. It's fucking daylit. I need you to make a strength save to see if you can hold on. And then, like, her hand reaches out and just, like, grabs onto you, and you are just like, I don't know what to fucking grab. So you, like, manage to, like...
drop like a rock. What is happening?
Yeah, Aleem doesn't know what to do. He's just gonna reach out and, like, touch you and give you resistance, just in case. I don't know. Caden's like, what the did I happen across? These people can't even climb a mountain right without making a big scene.
I would say at the rock fall as she shifts, Caden turns around and goes, "The and just kind of looks like, do they not know how to walk?
In front of them? Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
Can you come here real quick?
What? Oh my fudge. What? What? I can't look at this with a straight face. Jess is gonna hate this.
I know.
This is something, guys. Oh shit. Oh yeah. That is shit hot.
And he looks at you. Welcome home, daughter. It's been quite some time, has it not?
What? You...
We will talk it over. And as she says that, in your mind, things start to like rip and crack and break. And you see for a split second 1, 2, 3, 4 multiple heads of dragons of different colors. And as they all emerge, they're all conjoined into the same body. And she looks at you, knowing that this creature has manifested. Although, my dear, I must tell you, I told you I'm the daughter of dragons. So who exactly was my mother? And she looks back at you. We have work to do. And in that moment, it's almost like a brief second has passed between the puff of smoke that Vigrette has exhaled as she looks at away, whether they want to admit it or not.
I don't wish to speak out of turn or to cause offense, but have we tried not inserting ourselves or our likeness into the world? Well, I mean...
Noted.
A bit of compassion in the world wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing.
Compassion, yes. Also dangers.
What do you mean, dangers?
There has to be a balance. Light and dark, good and evil.
Oh, there's you know.
Good evening, mechanics. Now available at the Barclay Garage is a new line of Dungeon Mechanics exclusive dice towers available for order. This veteran-owned woodmaking company creates homemade wood items sourced here in New Mexico. Use the promo code MEC25 to get 25% off today. And tell them the Dungeon Mechanics sent you. Welcome back, everyone. Where we left off, Narissa was getting a vision and also falling out of her chair. In this, oh no, not the book. She's gonna decrown herself. In this moment, Narissa, it's like time moves slowly in this state for you, but for everyone, you're just like, oh, your attention's immediately drawn to the quiet girl now falling very fast towards the ground.
Wait, can I catch her?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Sure. What does everybody want to do? I mean, aside from Narissa, who's having like a moment.
No, Narissa is falling. I don't even care if it destroys my book castle. I'm jumping down to try to catch.
You really do love me.
You don't fucking know that. Shut up.
So she was sitting in a chair. Is she falling out of the chair or just going
Yeah,
flat
like
in the chair?
the intensity of this vision has caused her entire body to shunt backwards, which pushes the chair over, and like she still sat in it, but it's like tipped.
But the chair is going like. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm
so
really fast.
You're doing that. Anyone else doing anything? There might be book crowns that have to fall. I'm just saying.
Oh, mine falls right off my head.
So Ditch, I need you to
She
make
okay?
a
Has this
acrobatics check.
That is a 24.
Okay. So you thrust yourself through your book fort. The books go flying. Gil's trying to put books back. You're making it worse. You leap past and you purposely aim for further than where Narissa is falling trajectory-wise, so that you land kind of where that arcing of the chair pushes back, and you like hold on.
I want it to be like a Spider-Man thing where like she's the thing on my back, and I'm like,
you're like,
Ah, shit.
I was like,
She doesn't look.
Gwen Stacy moment? That's not good.
She doesn't look this heavy in person.
Rude.
It's mostly the chair.
I'm very weak, or I would help you stay stable, but she'd still fall.
Narissa, your vision is hit into you, and your eyes turn like both white in this particular case. Normally you have two different color eyes, and as they're kind of like glowing there and you're like being propped up by Ditch, a flood of images hits into your mind, and you see a bunch of different people, and it's kind of like you're walking through in this vision. Bunch of people like Sloane and laying dead at your feet, and you're in a forest. And you see in front of you this kind of like hunched down humanish creature just like picking through the remains of like a dead person that they had recently just killed. And your initial instinct is to like turn away, but you catch something as, not from your perspective, but from whatever this creature is, it like stops, and for a moment you think, does it see me? And it like looks over its shoulder and hears something off in the distance, and like quickly, like almost inhumanly fast, scurries off, leaving the dead body behind. And you walk closer, mostly out of intrigue. and through the canopy of the forest, there's like a darker area where the trees get a lot thicker, and you see a pair of like glowing eyes look at you, and then it leaps out, and you instinctively retract and take a step back, and you're in a cave now, and you look around and you see a woman coming back into kind of like the light, and her eyes are glowing blue, and she looks at you almost like she sees you standing there. And as she leans down, you realize the magnitude of the difference between how big she is compared to how big you are. Her head is about the size of your entire height. And she looks down at you. Give me back my brother! And you're thrusted back into the library. And you're on top, or you're being suspended by Ditch currently.
Can I just ask, the bodies that I saw and the person that was digging through the bodies, do I recognize any of them? Was there anything about them that I can recall?
They looked kind of nomadic, tribal, hides and things for clothing. Even the creature that was eating into the other one had like hides for attire, but it was all bloodied and matted. And you're like, why is that?
Are you okay, honey?
Yes. I just saw the weirdest thing.
Ditch, make a strength save.
I think, okay, if a normal person is 10s across the board, I'm a strong motherfucker. I just want to I'm just going to say that. So when this roll does inevitably fail, I just want that to be kept in mind. All right. Oh, that's a nat 20. I don't even give a fuck.
You're fine.
I'm gonna pick her up on my back and start walking her over to the castle to put her inside.
You're like one of those like mover guys with a refrigerator on his back. He's just
exactly.
Yeah, through the door. Not that Narissa's like a refrigerator or anything.
Oh gosh. So yeah, as you're talking, Narissa, you find your chair is being moved.
You can put me down now. Thank you.
Oh, I'm bringing you to Castle Ditch. We've got the best infirmary, some of the doctors in all the land. I'm telling you, it's okay. You're not going to hurt yourself.
I don't think I'm at risk of hurting myself, but thank you so much.
2 seconds ago, I saw yourself throw yourself to the ground. The only reason you don't have a split back of the skull is because of yours truly.
Thank you, Ditch. Yes, I'm fine now. It won't happen again. For now.
I just kind of dump her off to the side then.
Cool, solid.
All right.
She kind of like picks herself up and dusts herself off. Who are you? Point Gil.
All right, a second there. We just had like a whole conversation. You didn't catch any of that? Like right in front of you.
No, so sorry. I was doing research, and as you can see, I'm a little distracted.
Fair enough. I'm sure you've learned to tune this out.
She's got red brain.
I am Gil. Vestara went to get something from Vanya. Vanya is asking you guys to go on a mission before she gives whatever it is to you, and I'm here to take you on the mission.
What's the mission?
So there are some druids in the forest that have gone ghoulish or rabid or something. And I think it was mostly an investigatory mission, you were saying?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so the thing that caused me to throw myself out of my chair was sometimes I can see things, and
useful.
I think your druids are dead.
No, they're gonna be dead.
No, I'm pretty sure they're already dead.
I haven't stabbed them yet. I've been here the whole time.
Not sure how much of them was alive before.
Well, how aren't druids generally like good? Or at least they're not like bad or evil, right?
There was something wrong with them. Not that they were evil druids. There was something seriously wrong with them. I don't know if they were ill or what, but they were fast and dangerous and not in their right minds.
So kind of, would you say, could you imagine them being undead?
Possibly.
Okay, well, let me think about this.
Oh, we call them spirits. No? All wrong? We call them ghosts.
Well, no, actually,
They were
right.
corporeal.
Okay.
I don't know what a corporeal is.
They have
Solid
bodies. You could touch them.
Wait, they're like...
I wouldn't recommend it.
They're like touching ghosts. Spirits.
Sure.
God, it's so hard.
It sounds like what's being described here is undead. Would you feel? Yeah, that's what it sounds like is being discussed. Not quite spirits.
So a spirit is all dead. What we're talking about is undead.
Do undead eat each other?
Oh, we are talking about the same thing. Okay.
Yeah. So, before we get really into this idea of going on a mission for her, I saw Athena.
How's she doing?
That's who it was, right, Jax? Okay.
How's she doing?
She shoved me and told me to give her back her brother, and she did not seem pleased.
How did you get away? I mean, well, actually, because you weren't there, you were right here. Never mind.
Yeah.
Who's Athena?
Giant person who has more power than I have in my whole body.
Yep.
It's not saying much.
She's the one who's chasing us.
More power in her pinky than I have in my whole body.
Oh, y'all are being chased.
Still not.
Cool.
She's a member of the family. She's Dash's brother. He's part of the family.
Have I heard of the
Wait,
family?
Hold on, she's Dash's brother?
She's Dash's
roll
sister.
A history check.
I didn't know Dash had brothers and sisters. My family's growing.
8.
No, it doesn't really. I mean, it's fair. It doesn't really ring a bell. The family. The most that you would have is like the concept of a family, but it's not being used in that context here, and you're picking up on that.
What is family? It's like the mafia. Like
It's worse. It's worse.
The Felcrest Syndicate. Like, what are we dealing with here?
Family.
Well, okay, so now that I've read, I know more. I know more.
That is how that works.
Hold on. Go to, update.
You all need to be a little more discreet when talking about them.
Dusk info.
When we're here, it's okay to talk about them.
Gil, look. Is Gil short for anything?
Yeah, Gilgadine.
Gil
Prefer Gil or
Gadeen.
Gilly.
Is Gadeen the last name?
No. I don't remember my last name.
It's all right. I don't think I have one either.
I don't either.
Cool. No.
Except-
Full name, Gil Gadeen. But please don't call me that. I prefer Gil or Gilly.
So, Gil,
Gilly.
Sure. Whatever.
well, she said we could say either. Here's the lowdown. The family is a terrible organization of people that are so powerful and magical that if you mention their name outside of this inner sanctum, they will find you and kill you just for knowing their name.
Oh, they're the Chandrian. Cool.
What? Yes. Sure.
Painkiller Chronicles. Let's do
Don't
it.
confuse me. So, Athena is one of them. And believe it or not, that statue that you pass by on your way in, that's another one. It's going to be confusing because that's also my son, but it's adoptive. So, I'm not actually part of the family, even though I do call him my son.
Just curious, does he know that you've adopted him?
Yes, we've talked about it. It was a hard conversation, as most adoptive fathers and mothers have to have with their children at some point in time. So that's who the family is. So once we get out of here, we call them something completely else. I'll forget what we call them. We have a name for them, right? We came up with a name for them.
Oh yeah, what name?
You know, Simon.
I think Ditch was in charge of it, and it was not a good name.
we call them flabbergasters, and so make sure not to say family. Just make sure to mention the flabbergasters.
Right.
Simon here is the only person or entity that has survived an encounter with the family in hundreds of years.
Well, that's present in this room, sir.
Well, who else survived?
The others that went on my mission with me. When we
I thought
picked
you were
up
the only survivor.
Well, can we get them? They sound way more cut out for this situation than us.
Oh no, they are long since retired. It's been nearly 20 years.
Oh, so they're like old and wrinkly and stuff.
How did you counter their powers?
Oh, we didn't. I was immediately destroyed, and my other compatriots basically felt the need to take the package, which ended up being Dash, and trying to outfly them because they knew that they couldn't necessarily kill them outright.
They sound like cowards.
Well, they did kill one, sort of. They killed Athena's brother. That's not Dash.
Which name?
Yeah, who is the brother?
I don't believe we asked him before we stabbed him to death. Well, before he exploded.
First of all, Simon, I approve. Second of all, well, okay, we're getting ahead of ourselves. I think we want to maybe talk to some of these people at some point in time. But for the meantime, Narissa has just had a vision of dead people, not ghosts, because that's derogatory, and not spirits, because that's just dead. Once we go deal with that, then we can get Vestara's scroll signed, and then Dash gets unfrozen, and then from there we can go. But what I'm having trouble with is why we're not fucking going.
It is rather late.
I would very much appreciate a night's rest before we go anywhere.
Well, I'm on board with that. I might need another drink before I go to bed, but
Liking you more and more.
we connected. She said that in her head. So on the outside,
Pump the brakes. Pump the brakes.
Yeah, pump brakes. On the outside, she just goes, and then like plays it off.
Inside doing a happy dance.
Yeah, and then on the inside, she's like,
I just realized we have not had a long rest, right?
Nope.
We've had one like a long time ago when we ate the pasta with Gizmo.
Got it. In that case,
Doohickey?
I'll just be like,
Wait, we can't just go right now. I'm so confused. What time is it?
It's time to take a nap.
It's around, you'd find about 8, 9 o'clock. It's been a long day.
You'll all watch Ditch rip some pages out of one of the books and be like,
I don't understand why you're so worried about sleeping and healing.
because I'm at 7 health, I'm realizing. So I'll start packing one of my already like festering wounds and take out the cloth and put some more paper in it and be like,
I think we could go now. I'm not worried.
Vestar is gonna walk over and look at his festering wound.
And you watch as the pages that he's packing in are there for a moment, and then they vanish and reappear back in the actual book that they came from.
Odd.
That's fun. Honey, can I take a look at this?
You got some bread?
Oh, we're gonna do a little something different. Just, clean it out. Nothing crazy.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. It heals on its own.
All
If you
right, I
could-
was asking to be polite, but honey, I'm gonna help you with this, whether you like it or not. Okay?
I'm gonna give you this healing.
I'm gonna give you this.
I think what now occurs, probably before bedtime, but I don't want to have to act it out, is sort of what I would imagine like trying to get a dirty, muddy child into a bathtub is like. Ditch starts scrambling, and you're just wrestling him at this point to try to get the heel off. But
okay, so
he's doing stuff like slipping out of his clothes.
Go limp.
Yeah.
okay,
just going
so
limp, climbing in the fort.
Bestara is going to she's gonna charm person.
What save is that?
That's a wisdom. Hold on, let me see. Yep, wisdom saving throw.
Didn't you
I'm
leave
sure you
the
have it.
pouch outside?
I don't think components are magical innately. I think they're just components.
I left everything outside.
But she left everything outside. Do you need components for charm person? I can't remember.
V and S.
Vocal and somatic, no.
No. So you're good. Never mind. I take it back.
I'm good to go. Yeah, so I'm gonna charm person on him.
My willpower is unmatched, so we'll go ahead and roll one of these d20s. You're going to be really embarrassed when you see oh my god, I did it. But can I be willing? Because I think he's really tired and hurt. He just wants to put a show on because he doesn't want people to know.
Yes,
Willing to be
you can.
charmed.
So Vestar is gonna feel the magic didn't quite work, but see him participating in the situation. Okay, well, come on with me then, because I'm gonna clean this out. We're gonna wrap it up, put some salve. We're gonna put some salve on it and then wrap it up. Okay, make sure it's nice and dry and clean.
It's one of those, I think it's one of those things where like you know like the old like hold me back from a fight, but clearly he doesn't want to fight, so it's like barely holding on. I think it's like that. I'm just like, Mole, save me. She's gonna think she's torturing me. I don't want it.
If you even, I swear to God, I like scars. Scars make me powerful.
As I get dragged away.
Yeah, so they're gonna she's gonna guide him outside of the magic barrier so that she can get into her bag, and she takes out soap and finds like an area where she can wash it out, and she's gonna clean it out, and then
Yeah, without having to roll, I do think there is a small window in which Ditch does start climbing into the void bags of the pockets, and it's like, can't see me, and then shows up in another one. He's really figuring out the void cubby holes. But yeah, I do finally calm down.
cool. And
I am also at 7 health and close to death. So.
she's gonna cure wounds
Okay.
on him. Let's see. Yeah, so 1d8. Do you want to roll that?
I think you should.
Okay, I'll roll it.
Got the power.
Let me see here. Plus my.
Oh, I think at your level it's 2d8 because warlock things, and it casts at the highest.
Oh, okay, cool.
So 2d8 plus 3?
So 13.
Oh wow! Holy crap!
You're a new man. You're a new goblin.
Yeah, as the probably starting to fester and infect wound starts to clear, and he starts to feel a lot better, and you can see that a limp that he's been trying to hide starts to go away. He's just gonna look at you.
And so after so this is like she's washed it out, and then and as she was washing it out, she did the cure wounds, and then she is now drying it. Just kind of noticing that he seems like a little bit more lively. Like,
It's less lively and more actually maybe sleepy. Like I'm probably falling asleep at this point, like a cat or something.
Use that good lavender baby shampoo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Little temple massage.
Ditch, make me a perception check.
Peasy. Oh my god, I'm rolling on so good tonight.
Man.
That's 23.
Nice. It's around that time when the healing kicks in and like the itis is sleeping through that you notice Dash isn't where you all left him, like frozen in that spot.
Get off me, woman! Where's me boy? He's gone. Where'd he go? He was just here.
Can I do investigation check to survival check, anything check to see if like footprints, fingerprints, like any?
Yeah. Investigation.
Investigation. Oh god, I'm terrible. It's a -2. This one is going to be a wash. 14.
Nice.
It's my boy. I really care about him.
So Panic is sitting in, but you're trying to like just find some ounce of where he could be.
I'm on my ring, like talking to him, like
Dash, where are you?
You see off down the hall, back where the priestess has her office. The door is kind of ajar, and he's kind of like standing in front of it, so his back is to you, talking to the priestess.
I'm gonna just turn to Vestar and be like,
He's alive. You did do it. You did it.
well, I guess maybe that worked out. Look at us. How fortunate.
I'm gonna sprint towards him.
Okay. Just squeaky, 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 squeaky.
Squeak, 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 squeak.
You get into the room, and both of their attention kind of like looks back at you. Ditch.
I'm naked.
Why are you naked?
Because I had to slip out of my clothes to try to get away
Oh
from
my
Vestar.
gosh! I mean, at this point, he's probably not. The priestess has a look of concern. Is there a reason you're not wearing any clothes?
I'm gonna ignore her and walk up with arms stretched out to Dash.
He like kneels down. Ditch. The priestess was telling me that you all are trying to help me.
Oh, we tried. You've been frozen for what seems like well, it's been probably about an hour. But still, it's good to see you. We weren't sure if you'd ever get back. So much has happened, Dash. We had a castle dash. I ran an entire castle. Narissa fell and almost killed herself, but I saved her. And then at some point, Maul was in a terrible fight with Vestara, this one right here. But guess what? I saved both of them, and now they're best friends and may become lovers. And then there's a woman named Gil, and there's not much to say about her. And that's about that's about it. You caught up.
Is Gil another one of Vestaras's personalities?
No, Ed. Yes.
Vestar is just gonna look over and just, you know, it might. I'm awfully glad that you are awake and moving and seem to be of sound mind and body. I think it's time for me to retire for the evening.
Putting my armor back on while all this is happening.
And Vestar is like getting her stuff out of the cubby, all of her things.
So the priestess goes to you, Ditch. The boy still has to stay here. I've used the seals that you all have returned to at least allow him to walk around safely within the archives, but when you bring the last seal, I'll be able to unlock his magical abilities.
Sounds
I'm
reasonable.
gonna just shake him and be like,
You hear that? You're gonna be a magic boy.
Does that make you a magic paw?
Hold on. Constitution saving throw.
Oh no!
I think I start crying, but I'm gonna hide it and just feel like,
That's stupid. I've never heard of that. I'll be at my castle.
So you all kind of like convene either between outside of the barrier or inside, depending on if you're leaving or going.
Narissa wants to take a nap. Are we allowed to take long rests in this building?
I would suggest maybe finding a place that has beds at least.
I'm gonna like make a pallet in Ditch's castle.
yeah, it's gonna. I think the castle's big enough at this point
Isn't
to
the
fit a
castle
couple people.
inside?
Yeah, I'm thinking Pillowfordish. It's pretty big. It could fit at least two of us.
Sim, is there a place that you can recommend to us where we might find somewhere to lay our heads?
Oh, I can have two Nulon Heroes escort you to any of the local inns or wherever you would like to go.
I think I'm gonna stay here. This is
I'm
the
not leaving
safest-
my boy.
Yep,
I'm
this
with
is
Mo.
the safest place.
Well,
I wouldn't mind sleeping in a bed, but
Vestar is gonna start digging through her bag and looking for a bedroll. And pull it out. and-
Gil, the settling of these people are committed to sleeping in a library right now is starting to kick in. You're like, who are they? I've slept in a lot of places, but like, not gonna sleep on a bunch of books. That's not...
All right.
and Vestar's like, you know, and I just, you know, I'm gonna enjoy the rest, knowing that we are safe. And there's a lot of booze here, so.
What's the closest place to stay?
Well, do you know of a place? There's quite a few. I can just get you sent there.
are we safe to stay outside of this area?
Well,
I don't know. Did you see a person with wings smash down an entire building with a sword larger than any of us combined?
Well, I just saw her in a vision, so that's why I'm asking.
to be fair, there's plenty of places you can go around Fellcrest City. As long as you're not openly discussing the family, she won't know your particular location.
I sleep talk, and I cannot be held responsible for what I say in my sleep.
Libraries do ask for silence. That's okay.
Narissa's Ashley's manifesting into Narissa right now.
Do I know of a place we can stay and can just suggest whoever wants to?
I mean, yeah, you
we'll
all
just go
know
there.
that you can go to the Starlight's Dawn because that's where Asen will give you at least free lodging. But
yeah, let's go to the Starlight's. I'm heading to the Starlight's Dawn.
Yeah.
Where should I meet up with those of you sleeping here tomorrow?
Well, you don't. We'll let you stay there for free tonight.
Yeah, we own the place.
Yeah.
this comes off as very odd because you know the person that actually owns the place.
Which is Asen, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, really? When did you buy that from Asen?
We didn't buy it. We were gifted from the Baron after we killed one of his men with a sword in his taint.
This afternoon? Since I saw him last?
Day before yesterday.
Yesterday. It also burnt to the ground after, I think, fire struck it. We were on top of it, right? Big airship. Fire struck it, and all of us disappeared. So I'm pretty sure it's burnt to the ground.
But you would know that when y'all were headed back after your encounter with the Phoenix, that the Starlight's Dawn was still intact. It was just cordoned off by the Felcrest Syndicate after they saw the news of you all murdering someone there. So they probably did an investigation.
So it didn't get struck with Everflame that never goes out?
Yeah, that definitely just targeted all of you guys.
Oh, it just hit us. Well, I don't know that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go get some lodging there since I know who's apparently the co-owner. Anyone who wants to can come join me. And where would you like to meet in the morning, those who are sleeping in the library?
I'd like to go with you.
Ill.
Great.
Would you be going down and having a drink before you head off to bed? Would you like to?
I will gladly join you.
Oh, well, okay. Well, you boys be good.
I love the idea of Gil and Ditch thinking each one of us is insane. Like Ditch is saying, I saw that shit burn to the ground, crazy lady. It was also given to me after I stabbed some men. And she's like, I know the owner. I was there today. You're crazy.
Talk to the owner like 20 minutes ago. He sent me here.
We both think we're psycho.
Amusing. But
Then again, only one of us built a castle out of books. So
I mean, the boys are
who's the
staying in the
stupid
library and the girls are leaving? Is that what I'm getting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Simon prepares 3 Nulon Harrows with the specific task of gliding you all back to the Black Market District. Oh, did y'all figure out where y'all were meeting in the morning before y'all left?
well, before
why don't
Vestara
you come meet us
goes,
at the destroyed bar? Just so you can see all the progress they've made in a day.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, that'll be fun. I'm sure your magics and your spells didn't make it appear that it's back. I'm on to you, magic people.
I will not be wrong.
Star is neatly rolling up her bedroll and putting it back into her bag.
Before Vestara goes, I do want to walk over and give her a bell.
Do I use this here for?
It's a payment for making the bloody juice go away.
Oh, honey, you don't have to give me anything.
Oh, it's literal garbage. I just found it in my inventory.
Well, I will cherish it because it is a token of your kindness. So thank you, sweetheart.
Perfect. Also, I still have I have no clue why basic inventory comes with bells, but I had one and I just checked my inventory. So here you are, and this is payment. Now we're friends.
Just to let people know you're passing on the left. Like a bicycle.
Why are there bells in basic starting equipment? That's all right. It's unbeknownst. I'm gonna give you my bell.
You can use a bell to set up like a warning.
Yeah.
like a non-magical warning. Like you could tie it to a line that you surround your camp area with.
My
It's
problem
like a
with that
tripwire.
is the thing that sets off the bell also hears bell and goes,
Yeah.
"Uh-oh, I've set off bell trap."
Yeah, but it's not necessarily a trap. It's just it's an early warning.
Okay. Well, I think it's a silly thing for me to have, so I'm giving you a bell.
Just to be that person.
Ladies, you watch. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, as you're exiting out, the priestess also, she's like gathered her stuff and she's also exiting out of the great archives. I mean, these fellows might like to sleep with the books, but I spend my entire day with it. I'm going home.
Yeah, that sounds sensible to me.
That's
Yeah,
very
good
true.
call.
You know, it was really good seeing you.
Really hope they don't destroy the place tonight.
Simon will watch over them. Simon's like...
What I was going to say was, does Gil know, like, we haven't described ourselves, right? Like, what does Gil look like?
I think I described myself when I first started, but like I'm an elf in like green literal scale armor, dark reddish hair. I'm bad at this part.
That's all
I'm
good.
very new at this. I'm bad at all the parts.
Ditch doesn't see race. They're all goblins.
Everyone's a goblin.
You got tall, pale goblins, goblins with horns, goblins with gold eyes, goblins that really like making bread and won't stop talking about it.
God, I'll kill you all. No, I only ask because I realize
You're
I don't know if I know what anyone looks like except for Ditch and Maul, because Maul's picture keeps going up and like to picture.
Well, on the Twitch there are the little pictures of everybody's
Hero Forge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's not accurate for me though.
What do you look like?
I don't know. I just made it, and I'm not as happy with it as I wanted to be. So.
Are we getting?
Well,
like,
let's get on it.
new Vest,
I know
Narissa picks.
I don't know. Okay, sorry to totally detract. We're going to the inn that's burnt down.
So yes, you get there and you realize it is not burnt down, but the harrows let you land perfectly nicely. The doors are open. Not a lot of through traffic, mostly because people are like, this is the bar that just got allocated for murder and stuff. But Asen's behind the bar, kind of getting things ready as you all enter in.
And for Narissa, I'm sorry. So Vestara's like 5'6". She's got like tannish skin, kind of like pinkyish hair that is pulled back into braids at the moment. It changes, but sometimes
The
it's
color changes?
the style changes.
Oh,
but
got it.
Sometimes it's like
the
really,
color changes depending on how much shrimp she eats.
so sometimes
Who's
kind of
pink
crazy.
like a flamingo?
She looks human except for her ears are weirdish. They're just like just slightly kind of like if you saw them with the hair down, you might not think anything about it, but with the hair braided, you kind of notice they're just kind of like slightly like stunted ears, like just slightly off from human ears.
Okay, thank you.
I'm a goblin.
You're enough to picture.
Yep. All golden eyes.
Asen
Orange?
sees the three of you enter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you brought a new friend.
the other two decided to sleep in the library. They apparently own the place. This place.
They own this place. This.
Hope you get to meet them.
Oh no, I definitely need to have a long talk with a certain ranger, person that I entrusted the bar to for literally the mission that we went into the forest for, and I said I will be back. So, whatever the disconnect was there, I have no clue.
Oh, and the best star is kind of like.
I don't think that you will be able to convince one of them that they don't own it. It'll be a good time, though.
That is absolutely correct.
It kind of sounds like maybe somebody helped them think they own it.
Possibly. Would you ladies like a drink?
Yes.
That would be great, thanks.
And he starts to prepare. Oddly enough, he doesn't ask you what you want. And he slides over 3 different drinks that all look different from one another. And they're kind of just like tempered aesthetically to match your physical aesthetics. So, Gil, yours has kind of like almost a spiraling cord of dragon scales that aren't probably dragon scales, but it looks like them going down into the cup. Narissa, he's placed like the teensiest of horns as like the stopper on top, as like where you would pinch like a pineapple wedge. And then the rest has like a dual toned kind of half and half mixture that if you give it a stir will kind of mix in. And then Vestara, yours has a particular different golden flakes that kind of shimmer as the cup moves. But yeah, they're all uniquely made drinks.
Thank you, friend. Cheers. To you two ladies put up with a lot of shit. Cheers.
You know,
I resemble that remark.
Somewhere, somehow, a ditch rolls over in his sleep.
we keep putting up with ditches shit. Every single day.
I'm sorry, Maul's here too.
Maul's here too.
Okay, so ditching Maul's funky ass shit like every single day.
So
one day you know.
One day.
So every day that I've known them.
So
We just met you like half a day ago, like literally.
Literally, you met her today.
At dinner. It wasn't even like early in the day. It was at dinner.
True.
neither of them have any chill. And Maul will absolutely share any personal information with anyone he comes across. So I would be careful if I were you. But he is very kind. And
Alrighty.
Ditch. He grows on you like a fungus.
At the very least, he gives you lots of stories to tell.
Yeah. He's quite entertaining.
And to not pinch a good role-playing point, we're gonna stop here. We'll pick up here later this month. But the most important thing is you all get to level up.
Oh yeah.
And the more important thing is, Maul, your boon activates, and you can give advantage on the hit point roll for yourself and one other player. And you can find out after they roll, in case they roll really trashy. But we're gonna roll for hit point dice now, which I don't know if everybody knows what their hit die is. so I can
Oh.
help them with that. Yours, Vestara, is should be a D8.
I rolled a 6.
Mine's a D12.
Damn.
Yes, Vestara, yours is a D8.
4.
Huh? A 4? You rolled a 4? Okay. Remember these numbers, because Maul can give advantage for one of y'all's. Ditch, yours is a D8?
I'm looking now. Is it a D8?
I think rogues are D8s.
D10.
Oh, no. I think your
Rangers are
D10.
D10s.
I thought
I'm
I
D10.
thought it was a D6, but hit
Yeah,
dice
you're a
is
D8.
D8.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, Rangers are D10.
Okay. So 6.
So 6. Okay. So 2 6s. A 4 for Vestara.
A 9 for Maul.
Okay.
And a 1.
Ah!
You get to
Well,
reroll
you
that.
reroll 1, so that doesn't count.
A 1.
Okay, let's speed this up. Switch it for your non-trick die.
Okay, let me do the non-trick one.
He switches to die.
A 6.
Oh, okay. So 6, 6, 6, and a 4, and a 9. Actually, Maul, if you're fine with yours, you can do 2 advantages. So, you could pick 2 other players to hopefully roll higher. Maybe, I don't know.
There was 3 6s.
I rolled max, so I'm good.
I rolled a 6 out of 8. I think the 4.
Was
I
the
think Vestara
sorcerers
had
only?
Okay, I'll give it to Vestara and Gil.
Okay. Y'all can roll again and then take the higher.
That one was a 1. We're going with
Sorcerers are
Buck. What's
6s?
up?
Sorcerers are pretty much wizards in my book.
I rolled a 2 this time.
Okay, so it's a 4.
You get to take the 6.
Oh, I could make it 6, you say?
Yeah, you
Can I
can
just
take the
say-
6.
No, she had
Can
a
I
4
just-
originally.
So we did
Yeah,
sort
she
of
was
the end
4.
of the night. We did sort of the end of the night for the ladies. Can I imagine what the end of the night for the guys was?
So, Vestara, just to clarify though, you take the 4, not the 6, because you rolled higher.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Sure. What do you
I
think y'all
think-
do?
I think we continue our book for it. And at some point during the night, Simon gets really sad that he's not participating.
No.
And then he realizes that he could just enjoy himself for once. And instead of having to be uptight, nitty gritty, reading all the books, doing all the hard labor, decides to come in because Ditch and Maul welcome into the round table of bookdom. Bookdom? We're gonna work on the name. But
But Book and Stone
sort of like a
Book and Stone Manor.
Look, Simon, they don't have to know you enjoyed yourself. Well, look at all these books. They could be. It's a kingdom. It's our kingdom for one night. Don't you want to be something different, like a knight or a chef?
It's Book and Stone Castle. That's what it is.
Welcome to Bookingstone. I am Lady Ditch, and this is my king, Maul.
Just Maul.
These are my parents.
Dash is there too, so Dash is definitely helping.
This is my son, the heir to the throne, Dashkin.
Then when I become king, I'll be Dash King.
Ooh.
See? They're all
I
getting
think I
into
need
it.
to go to bed.
Oh my god.
Oh gosh. Okay, so in a hopes of hopefully preparing for the journey ahead, as y'all try to get the last piece to unlock Dash's magical abilities and get him out of this great archive. And then the ladies, you enjoy your stay at the Starlight's Dawn. We're going to end it here. But before we go, we're going to raid, obviously. But Corey, do you want to?
We're gonna raid.
All right.
Do you want to
All right. We got some
fight?
people in here, including cast members here.
Also, welcome
Monday
raiders.
night- Oh yeah, I was trying to give them some love earlier. Monday night will be our starting night for a role-playing game that I will be GMing. That also is homebrewed, called Piss in the Apple Juice. I know the name is very weird. It's actually a reference and makes more sense once you understand what we're dealing with. This is a role-playing game where the players will be playing 8-year-olds in 3rd grade who happen to have some very unusual and not so imaginary friends. They are Lovecraftian horrors come to life that are always up to no good, and the kids not only have to navigate being a kid, but also having a best friend who wants to swallow the world entirely. It's going to be very nostalgic. It's based in 1994. It's very out there, very fun, very different than I think a lot of people have seen on the stream. So I'm really excited. Our first game is Monday. Time stacks. Sorry, because I'm different time zone from you.
Real quickly.
But please check out the Dungeon Mechanics Instagram. You'll have all the information there, and we'll also be hopefully posting a bunch of very, very cool art from our artists that did not only the kids but the monsters themselves. So
4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern.
4 p.m. Pacific, 7% Eastern. Come out, enjoy, laugh, love, cry, and hopefully enjoy. So that's about it from me. And it's also my first game on the stream, so I'm excited.
Yes, we're all excited. Okay, I think that'll be the next stream, if I'm not mistaken, to look forward to. But yes, be sure to head into the Discord. We like to do crazy shenaniganry work there, so be sure to head on by, and we will more than happily serve you tea and coffee. But that's the thing. Everyone gets offered tea or coffee. That's how we know where we stand with the person. But yes, please stick around for the raid to follow. And if you haven't already, be sure to give us a follow here on Twitch or on our YouTube. And we will catch you all on the flip side. So bye for now, and then we'll figure out the leveling up stuff on the back end and get all that set up before next time.
Do you want some air horn?
Yes.
Is that good?
Buenos nachos. Okay. Bye everybody.
Pause.